A story about the wonders of the Bermuda Triangle. The Bermuda Triangle, also known as the Devil's Triangle, is a local legend centered around a narrow area in the western part of the North Atlantic Ocean, where a number of aircraft and ships are said to have disappeared under mysterious circumstances. The idea of the area as unique and prone to disappearances was first proposed in the mid-20th century, but most reputable sources reject the idea that any mystery exists. The vicinity of the Bermuda Triangle is one of the world's busiest shipping lanes, with ships frequently passing through it, bound for ports in the Americas, Europe, and the Caribbean. Cruise ships regularly pass through the area, and commercial and private aircraft regularly fly over it. Popular culture has attributed various disappearances to the supernatural or the activity of extraterrestrials. The first claim of a mysterious disappearance in Bermuda was made by Edward Van Winkle Jones in the Miami Herald Associated Press on September 17, 1950. 2 years later, Fit magazine published a short article by George X entitled, "The Secrets of the Sea Are at Our Doors." The article discussed the disappearance of many aircraft and ships, including Flight 19. In detail, in April 1962, the American Legion magazine claimed that there was something significant about Flight 19. The magazine claimed that the mission commander had said, "We're entering white water and nothing looks good. We don't know where we are. Is the water green or white?" There were even rumors that Flight 19 had been sent to Mars. This article was the first to show that people were following events in the area. In February 1964, Vincent Gaddis wrote in the magazine Erexua in an article titled "The Bermuda Triangle is Murderous." Lawrence David Koch, a researcher at Arizona State University and author of The Mystery of the Bermuda Triangle, claimed to have found a solution in 1975. He stated that Gaddis and other writers had exaggerated the phenomenon. Through his research, David Koch discovered many inconsistencies between Charles Berlitz's account and the accounts of eyewitnesses and survivors, which revealed much of the information about the sailing ships and their disappearances. On March 19, 1918, the USS Cyclops fleet disappeared after departing Barbados. This event resulted in the loss of the largest fleet in the history of the United States Navy and all 309 of the ship's crew. Although no confirmed theory has been put forward for the incident, some have attributed the cause to a storm or enemy activity during World War I along with the ship's disappearance. Two of its sister ships, USS Proteus and USS Nereus, also disappeared in the North Atlantic during World War I. Flight 19 was one of the most complex incidents in the Bermuda Triangle. In this incident, 5 TBMF-3 military aircraft took off simultaneously into the Bermuda Triangle on December 5, 1945, on a reconnaissance mission. Hours after the flight, First Lieutenant Charles Taylor contacted the control tower and explained his situation in a strange way, after the control tower recommended that the planes change course 180 degrees to head towards Florida. Another scientific reason for this phenomenon is the existence of the Gulf Stream in the depths of the ocean, which originates in the Gulf of Mexico and flows through the Strait of Florida into the North Atlantic Ocean. In fact, there is a river in the depths of this ocean that can carry floating objects. The speed of this sea current is 2.5 meters per second, 5.6 miles per hour. Another scientific reason for this phenomenon is the violent behavior of the weather. Powerful hurricanes that form in tropical waters have caused thousands of deaths and billions of dollars in damage. The sinking of Francisco de Bobadilla's fleet in 1502 was the first recorded example of this type of storm. This storm has been responsible for a number of incidents related to the Bermuda Triangle in the past. It is believed that the cause of the sinking of a ship in Baltimore on May 14, 1986 was a cold and stormy day. The ship suddenly experienced strong winds, with wind speeds increasing from 20 miles per hour to 60 to 90 miles per hour. James Lushan, a National Hurricane Center satellite expert, stated that the weather conditions were very cold and unstable, and that this instability somehow caused the wind to blow. A similar event occurred in 2010 on the Concordia off the coast of Argentina. Some authors consider the Bermuda Triangle to be a supernatural phenomenon. One popular theory is that the legendary continent of Atlantis sank into the Bimini Sea. On the island of Bimini, according to Plato, the Atlanteans raised an army to conquer Athens, and Zeus unleashed an unimaginable storm on them. This idea was introduced by Steven Spielberg in the science fiction film Close Encounters of the Third Kind, which follows the story of 19 people being abducted by aliens.